y'all, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. How are y'all today? It is Tuesday and I hope you are stitching or thinking about stitching or watching people talk about stitching. Obviously you are. That was silly, but I'm going to leave it in. How is everyone? Let's see. This week we had, since I saw you last, it's been pretty full. I have done some stitching. It's not as much as I usually have. Been out in the garden. We did have quite a bit of rain, so we have that, what's the grass called? It's a runner on the top. I can't think of it. It's not Mahea. It's, anyway, the grass that has the runners across the top of the ground in there. It's a pain. It's not the good grass. Anyway, we have that in the garden and I've been fighting that. So the grass has loved the rain and it has washed the mulch kind of away. So I've been out there working on that. But in the evenings, I've been getting some stitching done. So I'm just going to show you what I've got today. I did get 2 finishes and I have 1 new start and then a couple of whips. So it's probably going to be the case for the next few weeks while it's pretty outside. Before it gets too unbearable, which is about mid-July, my stitching will be less. This week it might be okay. I've got a couple of, before I see you again, I've got a couple of things that will require me to sit and I will be stitching. My mom has a couple of appointments that I'll be going with her to, lessons, and I think that's all. But anyway, let's just get going. Grab a quick drink? I don't know. All right, first, let's see here. First, well, it's not really first finish, but I did finish. I was stitching this while watching Mel, Patchy Pony, Flosstuber, because she's doing a pretty Peacock style. I will put the hashtag in the description, but I've watched her since I saw you last and I finished my Peacock. This is a freebie from Kitty and me, and I'm not going to show you the freebie slip of paper. I'm just going to show you what I did. So that's it. I think I had all the outlining done and I was just working on the branch. I had the back stitch. I know I had the back stitch of the feet to do still. But that is it. I'm very excited. And you know what? The other one is sitting right. I've been flattening again. I don't know if I can move it. Hang on. First, let me show you this one. This is a piece of 14 count that I dyed. Just in a light blue with the scrap. And I used all the DMC. I do have a counting error. One of this leaf up here is supposed to be on that flower, but I put in the leaves first I put in the flowers first. So you'd think I would count right, but I put this one's down here and I'm not worried about it. It's fine. You probably wouldn't have known unless you'd stitched it or unless I pointed it out. So I won't be pointing it out again though. Anyway, so that's that one. And I'm going to try to get the other one. I've had it smushed between books where you are, so hold on. Okay. Because I didn't want to iron it. I may end up doing a cool iron on it, though. This one was from the Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This is the Annabelle right here. And this is it. Also on a scrap of 14 count that I dyed. This is a Rit dye of, I don't remember what the color was. In the picture, and if you remember me mentioning it last week, there are charted French knots all in here, all in here, and all in here. Well, I've got the not lattice, but that done, and I started in on the French knots, and I liked it. I didn't like doing it, so I left it off. I probably won't put anything in there. I think it looks fine. It's going to be a strawberry anyway. So I don't know. Strawberries have the seeds though. I'm calling this a finish right now. I may change my mind, but I really wasn't enjoying the French knots. So I'm going to call this a finish. And then think about the strawberry portion of finishing. So that'll be fun. I don't know if I'll get to it before next time I see you, but it's in the plan. So those were the two finishes. Oh, I did this using DMC Blanc or white, and then for the for this here and a couple of the interiors of some of the motifs, I used the DMC satin, and I wasn't going to try the French knots with the satin. I had a hard time anchoring it underneath anyway, so I'm going to let that go. So next is the new start words. I need to get those out, don't I? This is my new start. It is Animal Crackers series from Stacy Nash. This is Bobbin, and I started this on what is today? Tuesday. I started on Sunday. I didn't make the Zoom meeting, so I missed y'all, but I did start it, and I worked on it some last night too. I have a plan for this one. This is I am stitching this with Stitching with Sandi, and I'll link her below. Go watch her if you haven't. Sweet lady. Everybody on the Zoom is sweet, but also she's got the whole Stitching Crackers with Sandi. That's it. The hashtag is Stitching Crackers with Sandi, and it's any animal cracker from Stacy Nash. Some are doing the rabbit that came out also this year with the Bobbin mouse. Some are doing some of the older ones. The little puppy's cute. There's a Dotson. There's several to choose from. And it's open. So go over and visit her channel and tell her which one you're stitching. But I'll leave the hashtag below. It's Stitching Crackers with Sandi. I think that's all I need to say about that. I'm doing this on a 25 count Ashen Rose Lugana, and it calls for weeks. Yeah, lots of weeks, and so I'm using DMC, so we'll see how it goes. But it's not terrible right now. I like it so far, and it looks weird because I'm not done filling it in. But there we go. This little patch is, I don't have my DMC conversion here, but this is the leg, and there's a shadow, like where the leg is, and there's a shadow under her arm. That's where I am. I'm going to hoop this, and I'm not going to stitch the basket or the fruit next to her. I've got a thought. I'm going to keep the needle and attach the thread somehow. We'll see how it works. If it doesn't work out, then I will just add the fruit in later and hoop it anyway. But I really want to put it in a little hoop. I've got a small hoop for it to go in. But I love the color. Love the pinky color. And I've got a lot of fill in still left, maybe 100 stitches on her leg, and then I'll go around and add this portion of her, and then I'll do the needle last. So that's where I am. I got her little foot in, and her tail is done. So that is Bobbin. I would have liked to have put her in a a little apron, maybe charted an apron for her, like the little Cinderella mice, the little girl Cinderella mice. So fun. That would have been fun, but I'm not there yet. So next one, now we're going to go into the whips, and on the top of the pile it's not a big pile, Songbirds Forever and Ever. This is the Songbird series from Cottage Garden Samplings, and this is for the hashtag Do You Want to Stitch a Songbird that I started back close at the beginning of my Flosstube adventure. So January maybe? I can't remember, January, February, but any songbird, any bird. So I'm working on this one. And I did a little more this morning, so I'm going to keep this out for a while. But let's see, I just took it out, so I went up some more on the stem, outlined the leaf a little more, added a couple of layers to this leaf. This wasn't there, and the top part of that leaf wasn't there. Actually, I don't know if any of that leaf was there. So I'm working on this leaf, going to go up, and then I think I'm going to do the word in the house and then come back down and do the other cardinal. This also, I put this on the, this is going to answer the prompt for the I Spy challenge of Reminds Me of Mom. So the I Spy challenge is from Laura, Stitching by the Shore. She has it on her channel. I'll link her below. Hi, Laura. The prompts are on her Facebook page. If you're on Facebook, I am not. So she graciously puts it on her community tab on her Flosstube channel. And so I go and pull those out. And I've been doing this since she started, but I have been lax in reminding myself to mention it every time that I fulfill a prompt. So this prompt for the May challenge reminds me of Mom, because my mom has a lot of cardinals at her house and a bird feeder and bird bath and all that stuff. So I see them all the time over there. I see them here too, but it reminds me of Mom because she's got a lot more than I do. She's got a lot of more hummingbirds too, but we'll talk about that when they all get there. So reminds me of Mom, I Spy challenge, and Do You Want to Stitch a Songbird? That's it. So this is a 20 count light blue even weave. There we go. Lots of people have already finished Songbirds. Kim and Contented Needleworker Kim and Karen from the Stitching Owl and Sarah is stitching. I mean, just a lot of people and a lot of y'all are stitching on birds too. A lot of my sweet friends stitching on birds. So who doesn't love a good bird? That should be the next hashtag. Who doesn't love a good bird? Let's see what else. Plum Street. I got some more in on Heritage Sampler from Plum Street. Last time you saw it, I had just finished the flower and was going to worked over and down on the border. So since then, I got that. No, maybe that one was in. I can't remember. Maybe not. These two. The flowers are in. I had come down a little bit on the stem, and then I came down on the border here and started on the grass, and I got one pumpkin in. No stem or anything. I thought I had put another one in, but I guess I stopped. So it's coming along. I had some of this done, so like that maybe of before. That's the before picture. And that's now. So I did have the greenery done around the stems. But this is a 40 count mocha Newcastle linen. And I have subbed the white. It was called for 822 and I've used 3865. So that's that. The plan is to go all the way over maybe do some pumpkins. I really want to get in here, and I think I told you that last time, but I've got all this done, so I think I'm going to fill in this next part here. I really enjoy it. I'm using 1/2, one floss over 2 squares, or I guess a 4 square, 2 threads, I guess that's it. Let's see here. I got some time in on the helmet, which I haven't done in a while. I went to lessons and pulled it out. I have in the past several weeks I've been walking with a friend, and we did that on a different day, so I got to stitch at lessons. This is from Oldie But Goodie from 87, I believe. I just need to write that down somewhere. 87, yes, Nomis. Nomis Designs. And I'm working on Steeler's helmet. It is charted for black here, but I am using, I did a Google search and I found a helmet that was this darker yellow. There we go. So since you've seen it last, or what I did, I got the gray finished up here. I'm going to start filling that in. I got this yellow portion here and the interior here, and then I just finished out that strand. Doing a half stitch. No, those are full. I got some half stitches left to do, but that's that. So I have this fill in to do, the fill in here, the gray, and then I need to complete the face mask and the interior. So I'm going to take it with me this week to lessons and to my mom's doctor appointment. So, and then Monday she's got a pretty long doctor appointment coming up, so I'm going to take something else and a book. I won't take this one, but I may take, I don't know what I'll take. Last whip. This is from this Oldie But Goodie. Just cross stitch, made June of 87. Yes. And I am stitching that sampler. It's designed by Carla Michaels. She won this contest. It was designed the cover of a Just Cross Stitch. She won in 86. They posted it in 87. Oh, I love this one. I did a flip through of this, a Flosstube extra flip through, so you can see that if you want to. I will try to, I need to write that down. I'll post a link to that. So it's called Now Abide, and I'm working on a 28 count Bobbin Bestitch Me called Not Another Sampler. Here I am. Okay, so here's it is. Let me see if I can get a good color, good representation of the color. There we go. It's kind of pinky. So last you saw, I was over here. Yes, yay. I finished up the strand. I had a little bit of the darker pink color, so I started on the F, and I thought, I just really want, for my sanity, I want to know that it's going to fit, because I love it. It's beautiful. Love the colors. I'm using 1/2, and it's just so lovely. So I have like a 2.5 inch margin. That's maybe almost 2.5 inch margin on this side. I thought, it's going to cut it close. So I went ahead and went all the way across, and there's a 1 inch on this side, which is fine because I'll be framing it myself. And if I don't have a frame that fits, I may just buy a standard frame and have a mat cut for it. But she fits, yay. If it didn't, my plan was to, so if it didn't fit, my plan was to take off this side border here and do maybe this all the way up and down, something smaller, and maybe take it off completely, and that would have been fine. I've seen, there's many samplers that have a 3-sided border and then a simpler border on the fourth side. So I had a plan in case it didn't fit, but it does fit, so that's fine. And even then, I don't know. I don't know about the bottom. I love the thing anyway. It's gonna be pretty. But it is kind of not another sampler. I think she put it out again. It was in another Fabric of the Month here recently. I've seen several Flosstubers bring it out. They may have a better picture, better representation of it. But, oh, it's going to be so pretty. Yay, yay, yay. And it fits on the fabric, so. But it is, oh, I wish you could see the pink. Sort of. I can't really tell. Maybe that brings in more yellow. But there's a pink hint in here. Maybe. Anyway. And if I keep doing that, I'll spend half my time trying to get the lighting right. But anyway, that's that one. Love that one. So that was the last of my whips. Songbird reminds me. Oh, the helmet. That was the I Spy challenge of Y, starts with Y, because the yellow starts with Y on the helmet. So yay, 2 of those. Check, check. And I remembered, and I'm looking at my notes to make sure. That is all. So plans this week, just whatever. I want to continue on Now Abide and Heritage. I need to watch some Flosstubes extras, tutorials for strawberry making. I might do that while I'm stitching in the doctor's office and listening to Flosstubes. And I did spin. I have the next spin that I have to work on is the Battle Hymn of the Republic, and I'm excited about that. I have the flowers done on one side, I think. Yeah, I don't remember. But that is, let's see. I'm on one side. Okay, this is where I am. So beginner. You'll see different. I've got of. So that one is definitely in the list. I may take that one because it's just a few colors. I may take that one to the long doctor appointment on Monday. So anyway, she's just having everything checked out. So it should be all well and good. Other plans? Berry picking. We have, that's all the cross stitch. I do have a question here shortly about cross stitch that I want you to answer, but real quickly, berry picking, the dewberries are out still. My thornless blackberry is not ready yet. Garden looks great. It's a little saturated. It's not, the plants are okay. They're not bogged down. I have a really good layer of mulch on top. I don't know if y'all ever have heard of the Back to Eden gardening, but that's the garden type that I have now. It's basically mulch that has broken down over years, and I just keep adding a layer every year and then planting down into the already broken down mulch. So great nutrients. They seem to be doing okay, and they're not soaked. I have some flowers coming. It's called Kiss Me Over the Garden Gate. Something. It's a beautiful flower. My sister has a couple of them, and so I ordered one too. So it's coming. It's a plant, and it's a perennial, and so that's coming. So I'll do that. I need to go out and pull some more grass, of which I cannot think of the name still. And I did pull one section of potatoes out to see how big they were, and they're good size, like a new potato size. So they're doing great. The ants aren't getting to those, so that's good. Even though I did put a lot more cornmeal out, but everything's looking good, so that's good. All right, all that to say, let's get to the question of the week. All right, and it's about cross stitch. Now, I want to ask y'all about needles. And it came to me because I have noticed that a couple of my needles are bent. I guess I'm pretty rough on them. I don't know. Or maybe they're just older, because I don't throw them away unless they're broken. And I use them for different things. So I like the sharper ones for the smaller count, and the more dull ones for the Ada, the larger Ada counts. So anyway, mine were bent, and I thought, oh, I need to get some needles, because I only have a few left, and I have a lot more projects, and every project has a needle, so I'm running low on my needles. So my question of the week is, what is your favorite needle, or brand, or size, or both? Yeah, just let me know. I usually just grab a pack at Hobby Lobby when I'm in, but I may try some of whatever. I don't know. I've always used just general needles. I did get a needle from a friend, one of my stitching friends, who gave us some of the ones with a little ball on the end. I love that one. And it's in one, I haven't pulled out in a while, but it's in one of the full coverages. And I love that one. Debbie, what was that called? What kind of needle was that? Anyway, that's fun. But that is all. I hope y'all are having a lovely day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your next Flosstube. Thank you for coming and seeing mine. Comment with whatever you want. I enjoy interacting. Comment with your needles and whatever you're working on. I enjoy interacting with y'all, and I enjoy spending time with you too. So have a good day. I will talk to you soon, and I'll see you in the comments.